Thursday, 7th of January 1965. Back to school. I was in a bad mood, but I soon cheered up. The painters have been, and I asked one of them when they were going to do our classroom, and he said, "Cheek." Mr. May went to Fortis for Christmas dinner. Jennifer Hill has left school now. Goody. John Weaver didn't come today, but I brought the nylon for him. Our Pat bought What Have They Done to the Rain?
Just a little rain falling all around.
Mr. Bull asked me to sit at the front tomorrow. Monday, the 11th of January, 1965. Back to school. Got 16 in architecture. Good. Sketched like mad. Picky threw us out of the balcony. Me, Pat, Anne and Sandra. I told the jokes I heard on Saturday. What has a 12-inch, etc. Thursday, the 14th of January, 1965. Took some hardboard to school and did a painting of scaffolds, etc. Mr. May says I should enter it for the Harris. The art student has started speaking to us. He said my painting was smashing. Sandra and I went to the cross for some paint. We saw an old man who fell, but he said he'd be okay and we couldn't do anything. Friday, 15th of January, 1965. Quite a good day, really. We wrote a card to Radio Caroline for an Irish jig. We went out at dinner time and I got nylons and a Stones LP. Great. Also got a needle for my gramophone.
Dial 199 Radio Caroline. When you dig it, you'll stop and linger.
Tuesday, 19th of January, 1965. Our record wasn't played on Caroline again. I took the picture to school, also the red one. We didn't have games. In PS, Anne and I wrote to the address on a tangerine wrapper to Alfonso something Gonzales for a laugh. In French, we imagined what he was like and his villa where he's going to invite us to stay in Spain. We had a good giggle. I got a card from someone anonymous, Jennifer, I think, also from Mrs. Patterson, and a hand towel for my bottom drawer. Wednesday, 20th of January 1965. My birthday. In all, a very nice day. I got 11 cards. Anne bought me some Hypnotique perfume, Sandra some Max Factor mascara wand, Susan a bottle of pale ale, and also Katie and Pat. Went out at dinner time to Postbox and I bought some toffees. Gave a painter a rum and butter toffee. Had to go to the physics lab to open the bottles. I forgot my radio. Walked out of the art room twice. Posted the letter to Alfonso Gonzales. Called at Littlewoods and got my glasses. Thursday, the 21st of January, 1965. Not a bad day. I did the frame varnish. We had a good laugh about Anne, the fake ink on the floor, and Mr. Orrell was laughing too behind Mr. May's back. Birthday card from Margaret. Everyone likes my glasses. Went into a prefect's meeting. It was awful. They were all dead mean. Anne Thompson was horrid and I hate her even more now. Big show off. Haven't finished my architecture. Went to Jennifer's and we had coffee and Danish pastries. I drew the dog in biro. Tommy had cut his hand really badly. Her Auntie Peg came. When I went, it was snowing hard, but fine, and it was really beautiful. I think it's still snowing now. Our request wasn't played. Friday, the 22nd of January, 1965. Nice day. It had snowed. I walked and bussed it to school. Did architecture 3rd and 5th lessons. Our record wasn't on Caroline. Monday, 25th of January, 1965. I gave him money for school mag. Felt rotten all day. Mum gave me some of Pat's medicine. Gave him my French, but I've an essay yet to do. Fred the head hinted about satchels on desks. Had a good laugh about Susan and the motorway and the motorbike, etc. Theobald is preggers. Jem Puntis has quarrelled with Jeff. Everyone liked my locket. Tuesday, 26th of January, 1965. I was sick about 3 this morning. Mum gave me a hot water bottle and I didn't go to school. Thursday, the 28th of January, 1965. Did practically nothing all day. Went back to school. Took Stone's LP for Anne. Jay Puntis is lending me her LP this weekend and I'm lending her my new Stones. Did some painting scenery, rock face in art. Made a card for Pat. It says, ha 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 ha, have a ha 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 horrid birthday, with a funny creature on the front. Meant to do some architecture, but never got round to doing much. Gave my Polonius essay in. I called in at the off licence on the way home and got 2 light ales for Pat Wayne's birthday tomorrow. Also 2 for me and Susan, 2 baby shams for Anne and Sandra. The woman asked how old I was. Friday, 29th of January, 1965. Not a bad day. Dad bought me a rolling pin for my bottom drawer. Pat liked her card and presents. At dinner time, Sandra Pickthall and I went down to the Eagle and Child at 1 o'clock to meet Pat and Katie there. We went in the jukebox room. Anne, Sandra B and Susan wouldn't come. Sandra had a cider and I had half a bitter. Then Pat and Katie came in and Pat bought me half a bitter. We came in the back way. We played John Henry on the jukebox. On the way out, we peeked accidentally into the men's box and had a good laugh. Sandra and I laughed all the way up Church Road with Joe Egg, teacher, behind. Got to school and had my bottle. Then had to do the architecture test. Skipped English and did most of it then. Walked home with Susan, calling at the selling out shop. Watched Ready Steady Go, Holly's Animals, Donovan's Someone. Friday, 5th of February, 1965. Quite an eventful day. Glynis acted the stepped-up snob by telling us latecomers off, and so we reported to Mr. Bull. At dinner time, Anne, Sue and Sandra rigged up a V-shaped twig in her desk, and she told the head girl, and they were talking about us in PS. Did some scenery. Sue locked me, Anne and Mary under the stage. Then we locked Susan there. At dinner time, I said to Sandra Pickthall, "This time last week we were," and she said, "Let's go." So we went to the Eagle and had a nice talk. Pat and Katie weren't there though. We went in the room at the front and looked through the window. I had half a bitter. Sandra left her hat and we had to go back for it. In the afternoon, big scandal about a girl who stabbed Mr. Wilcock. Walked home with Susan Chris Wilkinson. Bought nylons. We are going to the docks on Sunday with Sandra Bleasdale. Monday, the 8th of February, 1965. Back to school. Had no lessons in the morning. Mr. Eccles didn't come into general studies and the head was out most of scripture. Mr. Wilcock was really pathetic in French. He looked all pale and nervous and I felt really sorry for him. Monday, 15th of February 1965. Morning, spent almost all the time getting my folder ready for tomorrow night at the Harris. 17 paintings and drawings in all, and 2 sketchbooks. Tuesday, 16th of February 1965. Evening. Went to the Harris. It was their speech night and everything was upside down. I got accepted. Must improve drawings, but have excellent idea of shape and design. I enroll in September. Wednesday, 24th of February, 1965. Made more plans with Jen to go to London, meeting her 7:30 Monday morning. I decided just to take jeans, my old ones, for travelling in.
That they should weep, for somewhere in my mind there is a painting box. I have every color there, it's true. Just lately when I look inside my painting box, I seem to pick the colors of you.